The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. President Duterte sees no one worthy to be his successor less than a year before he ends his term. He also discourages his daughter, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte, from running for the country's top post. Gemma Vansenia with the report.
No more term extension. That's what President Duterte had to say during a television interview with his friend Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. His statement came after his ruling PDP Laban passed a resolution urging him to run for vice president in the 2022 elections.
I'm ready for retirement. Mahirap yung pastor kasi mag-retire na ako tapos this time ako ang mamili ng presidente. Pag manalo sabihin nila, ano ko lang yan? Perpetuate yourself in power. So, nag-resist ako.
The chief executive reiterated that he also doesn't want his daughter, Sara Duterte, to gun for the top post. Duterte told Quiboloy that he has warned the current Davao City mayor that presidency is a thankless job. Earlier this year, the Duterte patriarch also said that it is not a job for women because of their emotional differences to men.
Pero si Inday, kagabi man ako dumating. Si Inday, kinausap ko talaga kagabi. Do not run. Do not ever commit the mistake of running for presidency.
As for his possible successor, the chief executive said he thinks no one is worthy just yet. But he took a swipe at his party mate Senator Manny Pacquiao for criticizing his stance toward China. Duterte said the lawmaker should study foreign policy first before making related remarks. Pacquiao, who serves as PDP Laban president, earlier said the chief executive should give strong responses.
It's about foreign policy. I would not want to degrade him, but next time he should.
It's a naive,
mag-aral ka muna ng gusto bago
yes, it's a naive.
Apparently, this guy has a very shallow knowledge.
Duterte assured the public that he will announce his presidential bet at the right time. For News 5, Gemma Vansenia, we are One News.
The health department says Davao City is not considered a COVID-19 epicenter just yet, despite the surge in cases. In a statement, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere discouraged the use of the term epicenter for the sake of surrounding areas that could be equally or more affected by COVID-19. Nevertheless, the DOH says it is closely monitoring the situation in the city. Based on the latest report by Octa Research, Davao City has surpassed Quezon City in terms of new COVID-19 cases. The city of San Juan has expanded its vaccination drive to include those under the A4 priority group. Greg Gregorio is on the ground to give us more details. Greg, good afternoon. Could you tell us about the vaccination of economic frontliners there?
Charles, NTF Chief Implementer and Vaccine SAR Carlito Galvez Jr. commended LGUs like San Juan City for their orderly vaccination of priority sectors. Around 2,500 individuals belonging to the A4 group were inoculated in the first day of vaccinations yesterday. And San Juan City is looking to continue the pace today. San Juan City also vaccinates those who are residents of other cities but are working in the city. San Juan Mayor Francis Zamora said no walk-ins are allowed in their vaccination. One just needs to register online or through their barangay, then wait for their confirmed schedule. Galvez said this is the IATF's advice to all LGUs to keep the vaccination orderly and avoid possible super spreader events. Galvez also apologized for delays in the distribution of vaccines to LGUs across the country, but he assured that 80% of the recent batch of 1 million Sinovac doses have been distributed to regions outside NCR, while cities in the metro may expect additional doses today. Charles Galvez said the country could have a normalized supply of vaccines by June 14. This is due to the arrival of more than 11 million doses within the month. And with the steady supply, Galvez estimates the completion of the inoculation of 32.5 million A4 individuals by September, while the inoculation of the younger population may start on the last quarter of the year. Charles?
Definitely something to look forward to, Greg. Thanks for those updates. That was Greg Gregorio reporting live from San Juan. Here are other stories we are keeping our eyes on. The University of Santo Tomas Faculty of Medicine and Surgery has resumed limited face-to-face classes for clinical clerks. UST will conduct a pilot in-person classes and clerkship until July 10. Senate President Tito Soto has backed Cebu's swab upon arrival policy for returning Filipinos. Soto said that the current IATF protocols, which requires OFWs to quarantine 10 days and get tested on the 7th day, could pose additional burden to travelers. The Senate President hopes that Cebu's testing and isolation protocols will be implemented across the country. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has eased travel recommendations on more than 110 countries and territories, including the Philippines. 61 nations were lowered from CDC's highest level 4 rating, while 50 others were downgraded to levels 2 and 1. The Philippines has been categorized to level 3, as the agency advises those unvaccinated to avoid non-essential travel to the country. The United States has approved a drug for Alzheimer's called Aduhelm, the first medicine against the disease in nearly 2 decades. Let's watch this Bloomberg Quick Take.
Push a mechanistic effect that we would then expect to have downstream effects on cognition.
For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Do visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. And you can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Charles Lejano. We're One News.